Hello, my crafty friends and creatives from around the globe. Welcome to Hither and Yon Studio, or welcome back if you've been here before. DJ here, and today in the studio we're going to finish up our February Crocus Fairy accordion style journal. All right, so I did do a couple of things since our last video off camera, just to kind of speed this along. This you saw, this flip out, but I think I added this quote by Aristotle: "In all things of nature there is something of marvelous." This we did together. I think I did this paper clip. It's just a hidden paper clip that I did off camera, and that is holding the journal together. This we did, this whole page, I did do that punch with the grommet or eyelet in this tag. I'm not sure if we did this page together, but I'll just go through it. I just put a flower fairy note card here from that digital set. This quote is from Emerson: "Nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm." So true. This is from my black and white numbers and letters, words and numbers. It's in my shop. And then this is just a piece of graph paper I sewed onto a piece of vellum and just glued it down. So I thought it would be cute, maybe a little quote or, you know, a mantra or something could go there. We open it this way, and this is a pocket. It's attached with a journaling card that has some crocus on it, and those are out of my nature flowers book that I did my shares video about. Here I glued down, this is a piece of ribbon. It's like a satiny ribbon, and I stitched down the side here with some black thread, and then it's a double pocket. So I stitched this ribbon onto a piece of coffee dyed paper, and then I glued just around the outside here. So I stitched it onto the paper and then glued the paper down. And so that made a double pocket where I have all of these journaling cards. So we have this one here, which could go either way. This one that says, "Seek to be the purple thread in the long white gown." Love that. And I pulled in some crocus, an image off of a Creative Commons image off of the internet. Same here. I think these might have been from Wikipedia or Free Pick. And this is backed, so you can write on that. And that goes in here. It doesn't matter where these go, right? And then I have this one, which I think is a bit of lavender, but I like the purple. And then I just did some backing there. And those tuck in there, and it says, "When will you begin that long journey into yourself, Rumi?" Again, this is from that same set we saw here. On this side, I made an envelope out of some paper that I found with a pattern that has crocus on it. And I just turned this into a coin envelope. Now, I do have a video on using up paper bags, I think, where I do a coin envelope. So if you want some direction there, but basically it's just a big square, and you fold it to the middle, and then you fold the top and bottom up, and then you cut out the corners of each. And that's how this goes together. And I put a little Velcro or hook and eye there that's holding it together. On the front, I had some yellow butterfly ribbon, which I thought was kind of cute. This has been around forever, and I didn't really have a lot of uses for it, but it worked fine here. And then I just tore out the center of this, and if you, I don't know, it's hard to see because it's white stitching, but I stitched around before I closed up the envelope. And this is just a piece of typing paper with a crocus printed on it. And inside is a single card that says Spring Vibes, and it's sewn all around, which you can see here. So this would be cute. You could decorate this more. You could just kind of write in there, whatever. Completely up to you. Like so. And then I made a belly band here that I just kind of stitched across a piece of scrap that I had. and that sits in there. Here is where I put in the second journal. So I didn't sew this one into the seams. Instead, it's kind of glued in. So let's take a look. This is that seed packet that I showed you. And what I did was I took 2 envelopes and I just made this kind of flap like so. This, I might put something over this. I think I wanted to do that. But anyway, what I did was I opened up the envelope and I punched this out with a die. And then like I did here, I put another piece of tracing paper that I printed on here. You could use vellum. And then I glued the envelope back together. And then here, it's the same size envelope here, except that I added an extension here so it would kind of cover that because I wanted it to be a little mini surprise, kind of like, oh, look at that. So that's what we have there. And this is just a quote by Hans Christian Andersen that says, just living is not enough. One must have sunshine, freedom, and a little flower. Or 2. That's not the quote, that's me. And then just more of those fairies from one of the digitals. And then when you open it, it just kind of goes like this. And this is a pocket here, and this is a pocket here. So they're working pockets. And then this is the second journal. And this one I made a little more rustic, I guess you would call it. All the pages are kind of torn, and I did some stenciling on some of the pages. Some were just those lace coffee dyed pages that I made a while ago. I put a little pocket in here with a couple of journaling cards and a tag. And it says, you are confident, you are confined only by the walls you build yourself. And then this is just a little piece of ephemera, I think from either Graphics Fairy or Journal Boat. I don't remember which set it was from. So that's that. And, you know, and it's glued down, so it is not removable. But, you know, I guess if you wanted to, you could kind of cut it here and then glue something over this. That would work, right? So that's that. And then I just have this kind of clipped here. And that's it. And we're back to the beginning. So what we're going to do is the cover now. And I went ahead and cut this out from the calendar very carefully. And then I glued it onto a piece of black cardstock just so it would stand out a little more here, because I kind of thought it was getting lost with all this purple. I cut out the Crocus Fairy part of that same thing, and I thought that would go here. So I just kind of did the same thing in the last one. That might be a mainstay. And now I brought out some lace. I thought maybe we could put some lace in here, though I'm not 100% sure where. I do know I want to close this now with a piece of elastic. So that did come to me as I was working through this. And what I thought of doing was kind of punching a hole through the fabric and feeding this in, but I didn't think that that was going to be very sturdy. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Crocodile, and I am going to punch a little hole here, and then I'm going to feed this through. And it's a little long now, but basically it will stay in place even when you open it, and then it'll just wrap the journal up. So each time you can just rewrap it. And I figured I could put this little vial, like glass vial, that I put some seed beads in because I thought they mimic seeds. I used some purples and some yellows to match the journal theme. And then I had these letters. So I had enough. I don't have many of these in this color anyway. I have blacks and whites, but this one had like some pretty spring colors on it. So I spelled out Crocus, and I thought since it spaced out so nicely, we could do CRO and then put the vial here in the center, and then CUS, and then string them all on here, and they would kind of hang on the front. I did save the February, so that will be inside, and I am going to tuck a note about the illustrator of the flower fairies in here as well, and I'm going to do that on all the journals. I think it's a lovely way to commemorate her illustrations and to show off the artist. Okay, so what do I want to do first? Well, I can't put this here if I'm going to punch that hole, so maybe it could go, oh, or actually, it might be, maybe we could just kind of have it peeking out a little. And then that would, and then if I position this right, I can put the hole like kind of right in there like that, and then we could do that. All right, so let's do that hole first. A little nervous, me and the crocodile. This is 7, so I want to go at 3.5 for my hole. Let me just get a pencil and mark a spot. And let's see, you're gonna sit there. So I probably want it to be about, because I want it to go in a little, I want it to have some staying power. And let's see. Yeah, so the other side of that is going to come out here. So that is where I would theoretically have a knot, which is fine. Maybe I can put a button on it or something. All right, so let me get my crocodile. And I think I'll go with a white. Hopefully the white stuff doesn't crack. It's just slightly smaller in size, but yeah. All right, let's see. Let's go for it. You go over there. Wrong side. All right, so I'm thinking right about there. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. We are gonna see this on the other side, so actually I think it'll be a good thing that the knot will be there. Just my humble opinion. Okay, so that's that. That's like that, so it's not too bad. And then, where is, here it is. So I have this. And so what I want to do is kind of have a knot. I don't know the size yet. And so I'm not going to tie it tight because I got to put the vial on. I'm just trying to get a feel for how much I need. All right, so the knot's got to be about there. Where did that pencil go? Here we go. I'm just going to mark it so I know approximately where I am putting that knot, and then I can just cut off the excess. All right, but now we need to, these are going to be like this, it's going to be this way. All right, so I need a C and an R and an O and an O. That's not an O, that's an O. And then our little container of seeds and a C and a U and an S. Okay, I think that's cute. Like so. All right, and now we can fit this back in. Where are my marks? Okay, like so. All right, I won't tie that super tight yet. So this is gonna go this way. Like that. All right, I think it needs to just be a slight bit tighter because there is a lot of room there. All right, so just make it a little tighter and then I think we'll be good. All right, let's try it again. How did you do that? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think that's good. So let me just tighten that, and then I'll put a dab of glue, and I'll cut that off. And I don't want it to come out, which now I think I've managed that. Maybe I could fashion a bead through that. All right, I'm just gonna get a bead to kind of match this. One second. Okay, here's what I did, and I probably want to, I just used a button. I didn't really have a bead that met this color family. I have every other color bead you can imagine, but I didn't have anything purpley or and nothing big enough that was blue or anything that was pink, so I went with a button. And I kind of like the way it looks. So I did have to cut the elastic though, again, which is fine because it actually got it to the perfect resistance. Yeah. Resistance. That's the word I wanted. And so we just pull that like so. Let's see. And then that kind of covers that little bit of that white, you know, that piece there too. And it's removable. So I don't want to glue the button down because if somebody wants to remove it, I don't want them to have to rip up the page or something. So that, and that'll still sit like that fine. And this is like this and like that. So I like the way that looks. And it holds it fine. It holds it together. It pretty much stays without it, so it's not a big deal. So now that we have that on, let's do this. Now that we know where that's positioned. And come out just a bit more like so. All right, and glue it like that. Let's see, can I do this so I don't waste so much? Yes, I can. And that's going to take me to there. So let me just cut this so I can make it easier to work with. And we'll glue that there. Okay, good. Wait, which is the right side? This is the wrong side. Okay. It's hard to tell with this lace sometimes. So I hope everybody is enjoying these fairy makes. If you have any ideas for the upcoming journals, you want to see some kind of technique, oh, I think I went a little over there, you know, or something, let me know because I'll be happy to incorporate it. We can learn together. Just let me know. Leave it in the comments and I'll see what I can do. March is a very white journal, which is ironic because it's spring. But I think that one's going to be all fabric. So if you, and then, you know, as we move forward, if you have any techniques or you saw somebody do something, you want to try to see how it gets done, I'm happy to give it a shot. So just let me know. All right, let's put a little on this side now because it's coming out anyway. When you get towards the, I mean, when they first start, it's fine. But for some reason, when you get to the bottom of these bottles or when there's more air in it, it kind of sends it flowing upward continuously. It's the weirdest thing. I guess it's the chemical or just the way that it works. But in any event, it becomes a little messier as you go. I got to put more in it. And then it's a lot easier to handle. I also think it may have to do with the consistency over time. I know I saw some people add like some acetone to it to kind of make it a little thinner and it doesn't happen so much, but I don't know. And then this is going to sit, and I want it up a little because I want to put these kind of here. So let's get you down. Oh, all right. It's really messy. And I have links to all of my favorite products on my website. And I am an Amazon affiliate, which means that you don't pay any more for the products, but I get a small commission when you buy through my link. I know most crafters know this if they're watching crafters on YouTube, but most of the products I use, I keep there. It's easy access for you, and it helps support me so that I can make more of these videos for you. So if you are so inclined, you can go over there and see what I have and buy through my links, and that would be awesome to support me. I've been thinking about Patreon. I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't think I'm there yet. I still have, you know, kind of a small audience, and not sure it's the right platform for me yet, but you might see me there in the future. So let me know if you support Patreon, if you are a Patreon for some other artists, and what you think of it. What do you think of the platform? Okay, so that is set. Let me cut off this extra lace. I am really liking this little accordion journal. I showed it to my daughter and she loved it. She said it was one of her favorites so far. That was a nice compliment. I think all the purple does that too. You know, purple. Most of my stuff is like very grungy, brown. That's just my style. So, all right. So that's there. So pretty. I love these little fairies so much. I follow the Flower Fairies account on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm constantly posting their posts to my story because I am just in love with all these little fairies, and I love to see their little notes about it for each of the fairies. It's so cute. So you can give them a follow on Instagram. I think you just look up the Flower Fairies and you'll find them. It always makes me smile and gives me a little giggle. All right, so there you are, my Crocus Fairies. You are so lovely. All right, so that's going to take a minute to dry. And I think it's poofed up just because of the lace. So that's all good. It's all good. So we will let that dry. And this will go like so. And there we go. And that is our Crocus Fairies journal. Thank you so much for being here and enjoying all the fun as we made this accordion style journal. I think we got a lot of space in there for such a small piece. A lot of writing space. This would be great for a gardener if you wanted to keep track of, you know, plantings and stuff like that, or just a fun little journal. You could sketch on those pages, so I think it would make a cute little sketchbook. And that is it. Thank you again, and I hope to see you in the next video. We'll be doing March next, and I have some videos in between for you as well. Have a great rest of your day or week or night or weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!